Hello people, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be following LeetCode DailyQuestion 131, that is Palindrome Partitioning. And in this we'll be given a string of s, and we have to partition s such that every substring of s of the partition of is a palindrome, and we have to return all civil palindromic partitioning of s. Okay, for example, in this we are having a a b, so the palindromic partitioning could be like A in itself is a palindrome, then again A is in itself a palindrome, and B in itself is also a palindrome, and also A is in itself a palindrome, then B alone is also a palindrome. So if we'll partition this in this way, we are getting like 1, 2, 3, or 4, and 5 number of varied palindromes after partitioning S. Okay, and partitioning basically means we can cut it into n times. For that, we'll be using a DP approach, and for that, I'll just give you a quick example. Like if we are having a string, let's say C A C. Okay, so this string is a palindrome. So what we'll be doing is in our DP array, we'll be storing that if this index and this index is a palindrome, then we'll be setting it true. Then for this whole string in itself to be a palindrome, this whole string and this whole string and needs to be palindrome, then this plus this and this plus this means I plus one character and j minus one character should also be equal. And then if this comes out to be true, then we then also we'll be adding it to the then also I'll be setting my DP array to be true. Okay, and this is how we'll be approaching towards the question. And so now let's just quickly dive into the coding part of it. For that, I'll be having my n that will be equal to the length of this string. Then what I'll be doing is that I'll be having a DP array of size n cross n, that is n of size n cross n. Okay, and oh sorry, boolean d, boolean not n, because yeah, you can use one or zero also. And then also we know that a string in itself is a palindrome, like a, if my I and j are both at a, so itself is a palindrome. For that, what I'll be doing is I'll be implementing a for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than n, uh, I plus plus, and I'll be setting my dpi of dpi I equal to true. Okay, and now from here, what I'll be sending, I'll be updating my DP array based that the on the fact that if it is a palindrome or not. So for int I equal to 2 and I less than n, or we know I less than or equal to n, and then I plus plus. Okay, and then for int j equal to 0, j less than or equal to I, and then j plus plus. Because here we have you already used a string of length 1, so let's call it length. Okay, so for better understanding, I'll be updating its name to length. So here we are just keeping that like checking for the length if it's a palindrome or not. And here also I'll be updating that my j uh, will be equal to okay, let's do it as well. I equal to 0, I less than or equal to n minus length. Okay, because that will be the number of palindromes we'll be having, and then we'll be having j that will equal to I plus length plus 1, oh sorry, minus 1. Okay, and then what I'll be doing is I'll be setting my TP array on the basis of that now if s dot char at I is equal to the s dot char at j, and this condition should be true because we need to have the same character. And also if my, let's say, length is equal to 2, then is also a palindrome. For example, if we are considering a case of a and a only, the length is 2 and both the characters are same, so in that case also we will be having. Otherwise what I'll have to do is I'll be using dp I plus 1 should be equal to true, or and dp j minus 1 means like if I am at this index, then this should be also true, then and this should also be true. So for that we'll be having for this particular answer I'll be having that yeah, it is true. Okay, and so in that case what I'll be doing, I'll be setting my dpij equal to true. Okay, and now this was just the filling of the dpr, and now what we'll be doing is we'll be using the backtracking approach to generate our answer. Okay, and we'll just call the find valid palindrome partition, find valid palindromic palindromic partitions, create partitions. Okay, and in this we'll be passing on our string s, that index, new array list, which will be my current array list. Okay, my deep array as well. Okay, and at then I'll return answer variable, which I'll just declare on the global scope, that is list of string. Let's call it answer, that is equal to new this new array list. Okay, and now what I'll be doing is I'll be writing this code, this function, that private void find valid palindromic partitions. In this I'll be having the parameter string is my int index of chart, and my uh, list of string, that will be my current, my boolean dp array, uh, dp array. Okay, and now what I'll be checking is that if my index is equal to the length of the string, what I'll be doing is I'll be adding my answer dot add a new array list of current. Yesterday also I show you that why I'm declaring it as a new array list and not just directly adding into our answer. Okay, and then what I'll be doing is that my for, let's say, end will be end that will be equal to start, from, like, basically I'll be starting from that particular position and I'll be further going to partition it, and my end less than the s dot length, end plus plus, here basically my end will be equal to index 1. And then what I'll be doing is I'll be calling the recursive function only and only if my dp of index and end exists. Okay, in that case what I'll be doing is I'll be calling this function, and also firstly what I'll be doing is current dot add a new, okay, s dot substring from my index to n plus 1, and then I'll call the palindromic this function, that is here I guess I'll be passing on the n plus 1, my path, that is current, my boolean dp array, and then I'll remove this from the uh, my current. Okay, so current dot remove, current dot size minus 1. Okay, and just this, now let's run it quickly. Okay, it says in line number 6, so I declared a wrong for loop, I less than n at this place. Okay, now let's run it. Yeah, and it's accepted. Now let's submit it. Okay, and it works perfectly fine. Okay, so this way it for today. Thank you for watching.